Now, a sewing machine is the number one tool or machine that a tailor needs. A decent sewing machine costs around $300 to $1,000. That's over 400,000 naira to over $1,000,000. If you don't have enough resources to be able to afford an industrial sewing machine, you can actually get a manual sewing machine. A manual sewing machine is much cheaper, about half the price or less than an industrial sewing machine. I will not advise you to go for a domestic tabletop machine because they're not as rugged as a manual or an industrial sewing machine. After several hours or several minutes of use, the power actually decreases and it struggles to sew. If you have a couple of work that you are doing or you're trying to meet up with a deadline, those machines will not actually serve you. Now, the third thing on the list that you need to consider is you need a good cutting table. Now, a cutting table is very important because as a tailor, that is where you actually cut the fabric, and that's where a part of the construction process takes place. You need a large cutting table, large enough to take the length of the clothes that you want to cut or press. If you're into female wear, your length of your table should be able to contain the length of your gown, no matter how long. It could be a wedding gown, it could be whatever type of gown. So you need to consider getting a large cutting table that has the length and the width. Another thing to consider is the height of the cutting table. The height should be adequate so that you don't necessarily need to slouch or bend when you're cutting or pressing. Now, the fourth item is a mannequin. A mannequin is very important if you plan on running or starting a tailoring business. Most times people are hesitant to come and ask you to make clothes for them because they might be doubting your skill or your capability. Now, when you make your own clothes and display those designs on your mannequin, the mannequin serves as a means to display your designs to potential clients and customers that might want to patronize you. You can actually design your clothes and put it on a mannequin and take very good pictures of some of those designs and actually advertise some of these designs online. Now, a decent mannequin should cost around $80 to $100. That should be about $100 to $150,000. Now, there are more expensive mannequins like the stainless or golden mannequin, which costs as high as about $500,000, $700,000 to over $1,000,000. Now, based on your budget, you can go for the one that you can afford, but a mannequin is very key when running a tailoring business. Most tailors don't consider the aesthetics when it comes to the fashion business or the tailoring business. Now, what do I mean by aesthetics? The beauty, the decoration, the interior design. Now, the beauty of the place or the beauty of the location in which you want to showcase your design is almost as important as the sewing machine itself. Now, the location